Well, back outside as we take a live look from our tower cam tonight, and that's worth watching, that's for sure, because storms are starting to fire up.
Yeah, Nick Bender already on top of these storms as we speak.
Yep. Right now, there are discrete, as he says. In other words, they're not aligned yet, and those are the ones you really have to watch for upward development, and that's why we have at least these two that have already prompted the Weather Service for back-to-back severe thunderstorm warnings. He did a good job of saying all the way to Platte County. And also, these have the indications of golf ball size hail, and he also gave some good advice that if you don't have the car under a carport or in the garage, definitely want to put it there. And this line that goes just to the west, so if Parkville, you're getting your first alert. Also to the west towards Shawnee. Right now, more hail indicators. Farther down to the south and southwest, as mentioned, Olathe. And then if we go over Douglas County, it is south of Lawrence for the time being, but between Baldwin City and Lawrence, about ready to head toward Gardner. That's where you see the heaviest. And these are the two cells that are still causing business. That's why there are severe thunderstorm warnings that are out that will continue to be at least the breeding ground, if you will, for some more thunderstorms for later on, as we're under this now tornado watch until, say, midnight tonight. As we're looking once again, there it is. These are the thunderstorms that are heading toward the western portion of the metro. Looking at the big picture, not much is happening. Remember, the northwestern corner of Missouri is not under that watch, so it's pretty much right along I-35 and east and southeast of that, ahead of the cold front, but there are a couple that are not along the cold front, and those are the ones that we're watching right there. So planning ahead, we are right in the middle of it. That's why it is an alert day, and apropos that it is. We are looking for the severe thunderstorms right now, flash flooding risk, that risk, I should say, later on. So in the short term, we are talking about hail, wind, low threat for tornadoes. I hope that's the way it stays. And then heading into tomorrow, that's when the rain will start to taper off after noon or so. Look at the 9-day, has it at 45 to 52 degrees, so it cools down, morning rain showers. But as mentioned, you see here an impact for the morning drive as the sunshine pops back out and temperatures in the 50s, warming up to the 60s on Thursday, Friday, even warmer than that. But we are right in the throes of things right now. This is where the Storm Prediction Center thought that we'd see at least the possibility of some severe weather. That's part of the reason why we're under that tornado watch until midnight tonight. Then it does transition into more of a flooding situation, pretty much from the Northland through the Kansas City metro and going farther down to the south. That's the way it's looking overnight into Wednesday as well. So according to First Alert Future Scan, really not doing a bad job as to at least the line of where it's going to be forming. By 7 or 8, it'll be hopping across state line. Remember, it's right now affecting Platte, Wyandotte, Johnson, going farther south toward Douglas and northern portions of Johnson County. Say by 7, it'll be closer toward Chillicothe, Liberty as possible hail producers or ones we have to watch. Those are the discrete ones. Here's where the line will continue to push farther to the east and southeast. By 10, this turns into more of a rain event and also the heavy rain event at that, which is why we will try to transition to the flooding potential by then. Second half of the 9-day warms up quite a bit heading into Saturday, 72 degrees then, cooling back down with a chance of rain in between on Sunday, high of 50, cooling down on Monday as well. St. Patrick's Day looks dry but cool with a high of only 45. And then we bounce back to the 60s and 70s for next Wednesday and Thursday. So once again, fairly active weather, especially tonight since we are under that tornado watch until midnight. KBC 9 News at 6 returns after this.